Well, I did say that I might fall behind on the reviews, but not on the movies. And unfortunately, that happened this weekend for a situation that I wasn't expecting to have happen and kind of set me back quite a bit. But apart from that, we're going to talk about a peculiar movie, a short movie called Guzoo, The Thing Forsaken by God, Part 1, which there was never a Part 2, so I'm thinking that that might have just been some weird addition to the movie's title that really didn't tie in anything. This is an interesting short film because it was shot on video and it was done in Japan. And I'm pretty sure the only thing you really need to hear from this review is Japanese girls and tentacle monster. And you will either watch it right away or avoid it entirely, depending on what kind of taste you have. But I should have just opened the review with that. But okay, it's not entirely what that may imply. At only 40 minutes long, it's more or less just these girls trying to figure out what the heck's going on in this house that they're using as a vacation area. They're just there to take a break from whatever it is they're doing, and things start happening. One particular girl starts getting attacked by strange things, and the other girls get fed up about it and try to figure out what's going on. Now they have this running script or this text crawl at the beginning that explains that this is supposed to be some ancient creature that has been around since before mankind and can change into any creature, even humans, yet never shows this ability whatsoever, and in fact uses a completely different ability that really doesn't make sense in terms of science. Actually, there's a few different things that don't make sense about this. Okay, quite a few things. But aside from the acting, which is pretty much just wacky Japanese girls and a story which unfortunately is bad, it does have some surprisingly good elements to it. Like the end music was good. There was some decent gore. The monster effect and monster design was actually surprisingly complex. You can get an idea for the form of this creature, but aren't quite sure exactly what it is. You see certain things that are familiar, and you do at one point see its main body, but it kind of looks like an aquatic creature that's got a shell on its back, but this like three-pronged alligator mouth. It's actually pretty good, and it could have just been some really cheap guy in a suit, and yeah, I would have been perfectly okay with that, but they really went the extra mile with that. And I'd have to say that what you will normally see in short films, if the people making it are serious, is there something that shows that these filmmakers have potential if they were given the proper funding and time. And this one does show that. This shows that there is a competent director who has an eye for cinematography because the shots were really good. Nice, tight face shots, keeping it focused on what you're more interested in. It's not just static shots inside a room and people are coming in. It's actually zoomed in on people. You're not entirely sure which room they're in or how big the entire facility is that they're in. Though I'm pretty sure that the basement is not as big as they led it to believe, as they led us to believe. Yeah, the effects were cheap, but the eye for detail And the way that certain things are shot really shows great potential in this. And you can see stuff like that from movies like Saw or the short film Saw, is that you can see some potential that, if used later, could lead to something really amazing. Now, for this film, there's a few different things. I'm pretty much done with that. Rating 6 out of 10. It was slightly above average, mostly harmed by the bad story and the questionable acting. But as far as the 31-day challenge goes, this would be one of the countries, Japan, a first time watch. So I've got those. I can't really think of anything else that I could put this with, but I'll take those. So until next time, I will see you in the next one.